Greetings, members and participants at Creedmoor UMC. Even if you might not be a member and you just happen to be watching this video, I'm happy that you are taking time out of your day to spend some time with me on this Monday. My name is Mitchell Johnson, and I am the school year field education placement at Creedmoor. And normally the way that these Monday videos with me are structured is I will offer a little bit about myself, and then I will offer some sort of quick devotional that hopefully you can take with you over the course of your week into work or school or wherever else you go during the week. So in keeping with that, I wanted to spend a little bit of time talking about a hobby of mine, as well as one of my great interests. So a hobby of mine that I try to participate in as often as I can, and I've been fortunate enough to be able to participate in it a little bit more during this season of COVID and this global pandemic, when so many businesses have been closed and so many things that we normally take for granted that occur indoors have been unavailable to us. I've been able to golf a lot more. Golfing is something that I have done since I was about 10 or 11 years old, something that I did all through high school. I was on my high school's golf team, all 4 years that I was in high school. And it's something that I really enjoy to do, just from a sporting standpoint. I'm past the age where, you can play in, competitive football leagues or baseball leagues or basketball leagues, at least around here where I live currently, in Rainbow City, Alabama. But golfing is something that I've always really enjoyed, and I've been very thankful to be able to do more of during this season of life. For those of you who might be golfers out there, you know that it can teach you a lot, and it can also make you question a lot. And so it's something that I enjoy doing, even though sometimes it's definitely something that I kind of wish that I didn't play at all because it frustrates me so. Interest-wise, I am a very big fan of football, specifically the football that's played by the University of Alabama. My father's graduated the University of Alabama, and so I have been going to and watching Alabama football games for as long as my memory exists. It gives me a lot of peace on a Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening to sit down on the couch with family or friends and watch Alabama play, whether it's a big rivalry game against somebody like Auburn or LSU, or just a more regular type game against a team like Arkansas or a non-SEC opponent. So if any of you are big football fans, I am one of you, even though your team might be in North Carolina or North Carolina State or maybe even Duke. College football is something that I watch void of team. Even if Alabama is not playing at the moment, I still like to watch games, even if I really have no rooting interest in the teams that are playing on my TV. So those are a couple of things about me from a personal standpoint. Devotion-wise this week, truth be told, it was kind of hard to think of something to talk about. The past couple of weeks for me have been challenging. 2 weeks ago, I was sick for a majority of the week with some sort of sinus infection, not COVID, thankfully. And then this past week, my girlfriend's grandfather passed away, and so I have been helping them through this very difficult time as best as I've been able to. And then on top of all that, we've had this election. And as I record this video today, that election, at least for the time being, has been called. It has been decided, and we have a winner. In thinking about the election and the aftermath of it that I have seen so far, I'm reminded of two things in particular that I think are crucial for each of us to remember as we continue through this time of political turmoil. The first of which comes from the founder of the Wesley movement, John Wesley himself, the founder of the Methodist movement, rather, John Wesley, who, in talking about voting, one of the key tenets that he asked all of us to participate in is to not speak ill of one another or one another's candidates, regardless of whether or not we agree, regardless of whether or not we might be on the winning side. And then the other thing I'm reminded of is of Christ and his impending crucifixion. Ooh, excuse me, I'm sorry. In the moments leading up to Christ's death, he was mocked, he was beaten, he was dragged through the streets, he was nailed to a cross, and yet he did not condemn any of the people who did that to him. Rather, in his last moments, as we read in the biblical text, he looks up at God and he asks God to forgive them, for they know not what they do. And it seems that in this time of political turmoil that we condemn, we chastise, we turn against one another for minor things. Simple disagreements. Fact that person A might support Donald Trump and person B might support Joe Biden makes those people, it seems like in today's world, into mortal enemies. And so my devotion for today is pretty simple. It is to just love our neighbors, void of their political alliances and whether those line up with ours or not. We cannot hope to live together unless we can talk to one another. And we cannot listen to or talk to one another unless we love one another, unless we have an appreciation for the person that is sitting across from us, the person that is sitting beside us. So my devotion and encouragement to all of us this week is that we can better ourselves in listening and bettering ourselves in not attacking those that we interact with who think about things politically in a way that is different than our own. That we can extend the love of Christ to our brothers and sisters instead of extending our own hatred, our own misguided enthusiasm, if you even want to call it that, towards other people. Hope you all have a good week. Hope you are blessed in everything that you do. Hope that God radiates in your hearts and your minds and in everything that you say and everything that you do, at work, at school, at wherever life takes you this week. I look forward to seeing you real soon.